or Wednesday afternoon or whenever you'd like, because we do have them recorded.
Right on. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. So the only thing is, like in church, you can count how many people are there, but if somebody's watching from a live stream, you don't know if it's 3 or 1 or 5 or how many people.
Yeah, true.
Hey, we're live.
Awesome.
Oh, hello.
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 Hi. Is Commissioner Ponce gonna be able to join us with his camera or just with voice?
Okay,
There he is.
I'm online. Ta-da.
There he is. Hello, sir.
Hello, hello, hello.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, Commissioner Herrera will not be joining us tonight.
Okay, so let's begin with the roll call.
Okay, good evening, commissioners and staff. And we are going to be conducting the roll call for tonight's Parks, Wellness, and Recreation Commission meeting for August 11th, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. And Commissioner Sandy Richards,
Present.
Commissioner Joe Ponce,
Here.
Commissioner Jason Hayes,
Here.
Commissioner Sadie Navarro,
Present.
and let the record show that Commissioner Herrera will not be joining us tonight.
Okay, and I've asked Commissioner Hayes to do our Pledge of Allegiance, and I have the flag, so let's go.
Please place your right hand over your heart and say it with me. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of
Of
America
America.
and to the
The Republic
For which it stands,
one nation
one
nation,
under God,
under God,
visible.
indivisible, with liberty and
Justice
justice for all.
for all.
Well done. Okay. Approval
Well,
of
we
the
weren't in
agenda.
sync.
Yeah, it's impossible on Zoom. You can't
Yeah, I
do it.
know.
But our hearts were in sync, so that's important. Approval of the agenda. Has everybody had an opportunity to review the agenda? Are there any?
I move to accept the agenda.
Okay,
I
I have
second.
a motion. Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Raise your hand. Aye. Opposed? It passes. Okay, do we have any public statements?
We do not have any public statements tonight.
Okay. Cultural arts liaison report.
We do not have a report from the Cultural Arts Liaisons.
Okay. We do have an item. Oh, yes, Commissioner Ponce.
I do have one question. I do have one question on the for public statement. Are we sending out the oh my God, can't even get the word. The invite for Zoom so they can, I mean, are we allowing anybody from the public to join in on the meetings?
Yes, Commissioner Ponce, we do send out an email blast, and it's also posted on our website, and it's posted at City Hall. And
Okay.
yeah, there is instruction for people to send their comments via email or join.
Okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the words out. That's what I was looking for. Do we send any kind of, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Ponce. And thank you, Ms. Moreno. Okay, consent calendar. We have a request to approve the minutes of the July 11th, 2020 Parks, Wellness, and Recreation Commission meeting. So has everyone had a chance to review those who was present? Okay, and
I move.
Yes.
okay.
Second.
Any additions, changes? Okay, so all in favor, raise your hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, new grant opportunities. This is very exciting.
Okay, last meeting, I started talking about our opportunity for the new grant, the SSP grant that has a different round that was awarded for the Lane Park has a second round, or it's actually the fourth round. And there is a potential of a new activities and programs. I did send out the park amenities that we had identified in the previous grant application for you to look at and see if there was any additions or anything that you wanted to. Commissioner Richards, you did talk about the tot lot, and the tot lot and the playground are actually the same, so we did include that in there. But also what we did in the meantime is start identifying potential land that we wanted to pursue and build new parks or new activities for the community. And so I'm going to share my screen and show you that particular land that we identified. We went throughout the city looking at vacant land, vacant lots and land that the city owns to see if we could possibly build a new park there or a new activity like a community garden or a dog park. So let me go ahead and share that screen for you. Then we'll talk about those particular programs or opportunities. Okay, so here we have is the list of 6 properties that we identified. We had about maybe, I want to say about maybe 14 land that we looked at, but after looking at the location and the viable park project there, we decided on this 6. Now this could probably narrow down to 3 to be new applications for the 4th round. We do plan to resubmit the ones from last time. We got to tweak them, change them up a little bit to make them a little bit more competitive, and then resubmit those. But we're thinking of possibly of submitting 3 additional grants that would be actually new builds, and those tend to be a little bit more competitive. So the first property is actually a property that the city owns. It is along the Pacoima Wash. The park is approximately 136 square feet. And let me show you the park right now. Okay, so this is the park. It's right behind Recreation Park. It's along the Pacoima Wash. And in this area, what we're thinking of doing is doing a walking and biking trail that would stretch from 4th Street to Truman, and then probably connect the Mission Trail along this parkway and connect there. And the amenities of this will have signage of the land, what was there in the past, the walking trail, lighting, and possibly some exercise equipment. It's going to be a passive park that we're thinking to do that, but it will connect this park, because part of the general plan that the city has is that the city also is working on another walking and biking path that will start at 8th Street and come to 4th Street. And that is already in the works. They already have the plans in it there. And I believe funding for it has already been identified. So this would actually connect all the walking trails along within the city. So, but this is the potential one that we're thinking of doing on there. Any particular questions that you might have regarding this this land?
Commissioner Hayes?
That excites me. That's
Okay.
not, no questions. No questions. That sounds really exciting.
Okay, great.
Commissioner Ponce?
No questions.
Okay,
That
should we
is-
just wait till
that-
the end?
Sure.
Commissioner Navarro, any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Okay, then we'll just wait till the end.
Well, I'll go through all of them, then we'll wait at the end. Okay, so the next property is on the corner of San Fernando Mission Road and Griffith. It is an empty lot. It is approximately 10,000 square feet. And in that particular area, we're thinking of doing a community garden. This is the property right here. It's a nice big empty lot. You could do some plotting, and here we could, the amenities in all the community gardens, the amenities would be probably a restroom and a shade structure. I don't know exactly what it would be, but to give the gardeners a place to use the restroom and also a place to rest and have some meetings, because a community garden usually is like a small little community and people become members of the activity, and together they run the community garden. So this is one on Griffith and San Fernando Mission Road. The next one is on the corner of Kewen and Kalisher. It's a smaller plot, and we're thinking of doing there a community garden as well. Let me show you that land. And here's that particular plot of land here. Here's Kewen and Kalisher. Our next land is within the residential area. It's a little smaller than, not slightly smaller than the previous one. And it is for about roughly 500 square feet. And let me show you that land as well. It's right here. It's between two homes, and it's in a residential area. So it's okay. I like the size, but the being in a residential area we might get some opposition from the residents. I'm not sure, but it was identified that it is available. So we'll see what that one is. Our next one is actually a new park, and it's encompassing some city-owned land and a vacant lot adjacent to it. And this is a pretty nice size lot. It is 40,000 square feet. And let me show you the particular land. This grassy area is privately owned. We would have to get the owner to sell us the land. This part on this side here, the vacant lot where this house is no longer there, but this would be city-owned property. And in this area, we're thinking of building a new park. The idea here is to have an amphitheater, a stage and such, possibly a skate park, and a play area. So this land here, it has a lot of possibilities to do that. We could only use, if we needed to, we could only use this part, but ideally is to get this vacant lot as well. And then the last land that we're thinking about is pretty size. It's not that too small. It's 7,500 square feet, and it is in a residential area, but kind of like in the downtown area around there. It is on Hewitt and Carlisle Street, and this is the area here where we could put a dog park or a community garden. I'm more likely tending towards a dog park in this area. There's residential here, there's apartments over here, so this would be a nice area for that particular area. So those are the lands that we had identified to apply for new things. I welcome any questions regarding the potential new parks. You're on mute.
Commissioner Richard, you're muted.
Commissioner Hayes, any questions?
Yes. First, so these are all proposed ideas, not this is what we're going to do. Is that correct?
Right. Yes. These are proposed. These are land that has been identified that is available.
I see.
So the next step would be to contact, and actually what we're going to do now is contact the landowners and see if they're interested in selling. The one that we know is on for sure on sale or has been on the market before is this land, the second land, which is this one was on sale, but it fell out of escrow, so it is available again. So we're going to contact all the land owners and find out if they're interested in selling and let them know what the city wants to do, build a new activity. And so if they are, then probably narrow it down to the top 3. Ideally is city-owned land. We don't really have to go and ask for it. So the Pacoima Wash one and the skate park one, the old skate park one is ideally because we really don't have to ask for the land. It's part of the city's land. And that would be ideally, but maybe identify one other parcel that we could look at and seeing if it's available. So we could.
Do we have then that section at 1320 San Fernando? The city owns that large square.
Right.
That strip of grass that was on the map, that part is owned by the Machio family?
Yes, yes. This is owned by I think the Machado family. They own this particular parcel of land. The city owns this part.
Gotcha. And the house is already gone.
Yeah, the house is gone, and I think the trees are gone as well. This is an old photo. So
Right.
it's basically just a big vacant lot here.
Right. That's behind El Super. Correct?
Right, yeah. No, actually, this is behind, this is not San Fernando Road, and this is, I believe this.
It's right across the street from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right. On the other, on the other side of El Super, next to the boxing.
Yes, there we go. yeah.
Well, El Super is right across the street,
Yeah.
south of there.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to orient myself. So those two places, my point being, the reason I asked that is those two sections that are already city owned, with the exception of that strip of grass, of course.
Mhm.
Those are sections that, should they be part of the top 3, those are places we could immediately start work as opposed to chasing after the others who are not necessarily on the market.
No. What would happen is we would first enter into an agreement with the landowner saying that they're willing to sell.
Okay.
So once they're willing to sell and they say, yes, if we want the property, then we apply for the grant knowing that land's going to be for sale.
Gotcha.
So we wouldn't pursue a land without first knowing that the land is available and the owner is willing to sell.
And then the process by which what you've listed there, as far as on the, can you go back to the other slide, please? Yeah, what the possible projects, are those things that are still to be decided by this commission, by city council?
Right. What goes next? Then say, okay, so now that we identified our top 3, I would say, okay, then we start with community meetings, engagement, inviting surrounding neighborhoods, businesses, merchants about the potential new project and what they would like to see on those particular sites.
Okay.
So, the ideas here are what has been identified in the past by the park master plan, but not necessarily what it would go there. That would be part of the community engagement to make sure that this is what the community wants. And then once that is identified, then we add that to the application, and when we're ready, we'll submit it.
Great. Thank you very much. I'm sorry it took so long.
No,
Thank you very much, Julie.
Vice Chair Ponce?
Yes, I do have just one question. The only 2 sites that I would consider doing anything would be the ones that are owned by the city. I don't think I would put anything on the Mott Street or the corner of Hewitt or the one on Kewen Street, Kewen and Kalisher. That's a small property, and the issue with that is that that's like a dumping ground for folks to go over there and dump their mattresses, and we are constantly calling the city to come and pick that stuff up.
Yeah.
So that's just a bad, I don't care for that area right there. But I think for myself, I don't think I would deal with any of the owners. I think I would I like the one on San Fernando Road. I do like that because it seems like that's just, I mean, it's a big part of the San Fernando, and it's just a big empty lot there. It's just like a big empty lot, and I'd like to see something there. We can get some folks out there and start making, that would be my vote right there, would be that property right there.
Okay.
Because I like where people can see it. If it's built nice, you have an amphitheater and so forth, you're going to get people coming in. You're going to get, because right now it's just empty there.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Commissioner
That's it.
Navarro?
My only, I guess it's a comment for the possible projects part on the one in the skate park one. Is it possible to add the Mesoamerican game?
Actually,
They were looking for a place, right?
you're right. Yeah, we could do a court, a Mesoamerican court.
Right.
Yeah, great idea. I like that idea. Yeah. Either this side.
I think that would attract, if we go back to what Mr. Ponce was saying, I think that would attract a lot of attention because it's going to be like, people are going to do a double take, like, what is that? And it'll call their attention more.
Yeah, I like that idea. That's a great idea. Yep.
Okay,
That's
I have
my
a
only
couple
thought.
questions. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you done? Okay, thank you, Sadie. For the community gardens, I love the idea of community gardens. I think they're really a wonderful thing for the community, not only because they provide, focal point for community, but they also provide food, which is, important for a lot of families in our community. My only question is, in addition to a shelter and a meeting place, parking, what have you, they would need water source too. So it's a huge taker of water. And then I have a question. Does the 800,000 price tag for the 1320 San Fernando Road, does that include everything, like all the amenities, or is it just the land?
No, this is just the land that is owned by the Machero family. That a strip of grass, that is the estimated value of the land. The city has no value. Remember, this is in the downtown area, so land is expensive in that area.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big price tag. So maybe we would see if we named it Machio Park, would they give us?
It gives a discount.
Yeah, something. Anyway, that too is my favorite. Absolutely. So that's all. I wanted to just ask that. Okay, thank you.
Jason,
Barrett, I have one more. Sorry. On that, as that is, let me rephrase. Do we have an estimate on the cost of the possible project column? Meaning, I mean, if this is just the land cost or estimated value of what we would spend just procuring land.
Right.
No. We have the city project, the property doesn't have an address there, or the section of the city property that is at 1320. Do we have a cost or any sort of estimate on the amphitheater or skate park? And obviously not the Mesoamerican game court, but because that hasn't been put in yet. Is there a way to get that before we make our top 3 decision?
Well, just remember that the cost is really kind of like secondary, because this is our grant application, and each grant is, you could ask for up to $8.5 million. Okay, so the amenity, this is the land that would be part of the land. If say we did apply for this, we would apply for $800,000 for the land, to acquire the land. And then we would price out the cost of all these amenities, or whatever the amenities would be. And together we combine it, and that would be the total application. So something like this, I'm thinking about maybe $4 to maybe $6 million, depending on what we actually decide we want on that site.
Right.
But we would not identify what is going to be on the site until we have the community meetings and people give us input on what they really want to see there. Right. And then we price it out and build it into the contract, into the application.
And I presume then we reach out to ask for contract bids, et cetera, and that's when we fold that into the proposal.
Right, exactly. We do have rough estimates of what these amenities would cost, like the lighting, the playground, the skate park, with previous grant applications we had. So we would probably just look at it and update it and then put out there. But the grant application is a estimate cost. So once if we were to get awarded, then we do a design to get a hard fact cost of what these amenities would cost us. Okay. But it's built into the grant already, so we would usually ask for a little bit more than what we think is going to be what is going to cost to build the
right. We don't have to use everything they offer. Right. That part I get. I just didn't know where we were in terms of what we knew we needed versus what we, you understand.
Right. So right now what we're doing is kind of narrowing down what these lands are, and from what I'm hearing from the commission is saying they like city-owned property, which is the Pacoima Wash land, the city-owned what I call the old skate park, and the adjacent lot to it, and the possible San Fernando Road because it's big enough to accommodate a nice sized community garden. The other three are a little smaller, and it may not suit the purpose of a community garden and or a dog park. So I would say that I would focus on photo or 1, 2, and 5.
Agreed. And I guess my question is then, is that something you'd like us to discuss and vote on today or at an upcoming meeting? I mean, I can see the advantages and disadvantages to any and all of these. I mean, I have 2 dogs, so I can absolutely see the advantage of a dog.
Yes.
But at the same time, I also, a community garden, I see the wealth in that, and the amphitheater or skate park. There's so many. And I certainly encourage us to reach out to the community to get further input from who we represent before we make that kind of decision. So what's the outlook that you need from us right now?
I would say that we could put it onto the agenda for the following meeting to actually make a recommendation of what land we could include, what top 3 parcels of land that we look for for the next application process, and then start the process of having community engagement, trying to set up meetings where at least one commissioner is at the meeting. I'm thinking of we're going to need at minimum of 3 meetings. Ideally is 5, but a minimum of 3 meetings to show to be part of the grant application. And then at the next meeting, we could start looking at doing some outreach so we could let the community know of our intent for the land, the grant projects.
Thank you. I'm sorry I asked so many questions, but thank you very much.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's your job, I think. Are there any further comments from our other commissioners? Vice Chair Ponce?
Yeah, actually, do we actually have to put this on the agenda for the next meeting? I think we know which three, at least I know which three I would like to see. Can we just put a motion in and put the three that we're looking for
Make it.
rather rather than waiting for the next one, for the next meeting?
Sure.
So I'd like to make a motion that I pick the top three would be the number one. The second one would be I'm looking for the ones with that the city owns. So that would be this one here.
Mhm.
And then the one on San Fernando Road,
This one here. Mhm.
1320 would be number 5. And then which was the other one that was?
I think the next best one was the community garden one, this one on Griffith and San Fernando Mission.
The only thing about that one, I do like where it's at because it is on San Fernando Mission and it'll get a lot of attraction there. But there's no parking there. Parking
Yeah.
is really, really tight there. I can tell you that. That parking is really tight.
It is. It
Well,
is.
the other two also have a parking issue. They like this one here in Kalisher. There is also within the residential area hardly no parking. Then on this one here is also hardly no parking. But the good thing about a community garden is that not everyone's there at the same time. They spread out their maintenance of their block and land. It's open, during 24/7, not 24/7, but they're open every day. Usually during the light hours, there and people go and tend their plots when they have time. So it's opened, Monday through Sunday. Usually from the hours from 7 in the morning to around 6, 8, depending on the light. When during the summertime you have more light, so they're open until then. Dawn to dusk, I would say.
So if that's the case, then I would make my third one the one on Mission and Griffin.
Okay.
So I would like to make a motion if we can for the 3 top spots that we're looking for would be number 1, number 5, and number 6. What do I need to do? Just put a motion in?
Mhm.
6 or
Moved.
2?
He said 1, 5, and 6.
Isn't it 2?
Wait a minute, which one is 6? 6 is the one that's the one on. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the one on Mission.
Oh,
Two.
number
and,
2.
Yeah, the number 2. So 1, 2,
Number
and
2.
5.
So the
Okay, very
motion
good.
is that our top 3 would be number 1, 2, and 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. Any discussion? Let me.
Are we all in favor?
Navarro, Commissioner Navarro, do you have any questions or comments before we go to a vote?
No, I agree with him. I do have a question. Who owns the property where the jungle chicken used to be?
Oh, yeah, really?
Oh,
Is that not, because that's empty
yes,
also.
we did identify that land as a potential spot. However, after looking at it, I think it would have been a little bit troublesome. I think the owners, gosh, I don't know the exact. You know who the owner is, but the city management felt that would be a little troublesome to try to get that land.
It was only a question.
Yeah, that was the old restaurant, right?
But
Yes.
I agree. I think it should be 1, 2, and 5.
Okay. Let's vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, I think that's unanimous.
Okay.
Okay, motion passes. Anything else on this item before we move on? Thank you for that work and thank the staff. That's great work. Community theater program.
Okay, I'll start off, but then I'll let Jason talk about. We did have a meeting yesterday. We invited class. Unfortunately, it did not hit social media, so We didn't get as many people as expected, but I think overall it was a very productive meeting. We had very good ideas going back and forth. Jason or Sadie, would you like to chime in? Both of you are on mute.
Go ahead,
Sorry
Jason.
about that. All right. Cool. Yeah, we had a great meeting last night, and that was really, sorry, my dogs are going a little bananas in the background. It was very productive. We have, at this point, we've decided I'm developing a flyer that I'll send to Julian shortly, that we can then blast out onto social media, the city's website, etc., to try to garner more individuals for the meeting. The meeting, while attendance was low, it was actually a lot more productive than any of us intended, I think, only because we had so many great ideas and so much great energy that was put into it. We are launching a film festival, given the current COVID situation and what we can and cannot do as a group. We're launching a film festival that the specifics of which will be put to the public the first week of September, correct, Julian?
Yes.
And that flyer is being developed with the specific criteria of the film festival for ages 0 to 99 and beyond. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll have a lot of interest there. It is free for anyone under the age of 20 and under, and ages 21 and up will be a $20 entrance fee. Flyers and information on that is forthcoming, so I'm not going to dwell. But the meeting was productive. We will have another meeting very, very shortly. The goal of the next community meeting, if anybody is watching this out on YouTube, the goal of that meeting is to get community engagement, right? We want anyone that's interested in being a part of the community theater in any way. Even if you don't think you have anything to offer, you probably do. Right? You probably have a skill or a talent or a useful ability that, a theater takes so many people of so many different ability levels and skills to produce. So anyone and everyone that wants to be a part of it is welcome to be a part of it. It's simply a matter of coming to the meeting. We get you on the mailing list so that once we are ready to go, because again, this is sort of laying the groundwork, as it were. And while we're doing our film festival, obviously we're not getting together in person, but once COVID restrictions and state restrictions allow such things, then we'll be off to the races, and we'll have our email list, we'll have our participant list, we'll have a group of people that we can call upon to say, hey, we're doing this event at this time and we need this skill. Who's available? And that's when you jump in. So that's what our community meeting is geared toward. We'll have a flyer. I'll have a flyer to Julian by the end of the week. And we hope to get that, like Julian said, the announcement of the meeting we had last night did not go out on social media, so it was not as attended. It was not attended as sparse as populated as intended, but nonetheless, the next meeting we hope to increase those numbers. I've used this analogy before in our meetings. It is a marathon and not a sprint, right? So. It's a process. We're starting something new. We want to make sure to do it right. I wish COVID had never happened, but at the same time, we have the opportunity with the COVID restrictions to take our time and really do things right. So there is no hurry, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we dot the right I's and we cross the right T's, and put things put things in place so that when we are up and running, then we're really solid. We have a core group of individuals that we can rely upon to get the community involved, include as many people as possible that want to be a part of it. It should be a lot of fun. So look for a community meeting announcement coming soon, and we'll go from there. What did I forget, Julian?
No, everything's good.
Okay. Commissioner Navarro, do you have anything to add, or you're good?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Jason.
Okay.
I will add that Commissioner Navarro has been fantastic in putting together our Google Forms that we need. So thank you very much, Commissioner Navarro, for figuring that out, because I did not have any idea what to do. So thank you very much.
Vice Chair Ponce, do you have any questions or comments?
No questions here. Thank you.
And I have no questions, just a big thank you for all the energy that's going into this. Very exciting.
You're welcome. It is absolutely a team effort. So thank you very much.
Okay, department's response to COVID-19.
Okay, so what the department is doing to help out with the COVID-19 is that since a lot of our programs are down, we are given different assignments to help out the city manage the city's response as well. We are actually going to start helping with a food distribution program that is targeting the end of this month to give some families food. The department will look for vendors, buy the food, package the food, and then set a date where families could come in and pick up the food. The city has developed a form where the residents could register for the program. Then also with that form, there is a list of food that they may need or would like to have. And then based on that information, the department will go out and buy the food, package it, and give it out to the families. The form, I think, is being finalized by the county, and then it would be available on the city website for people to download, fill out, and return to the city. And then the department will, like I said, get that basket of food ready and pick a date where families come and pick it up. So that is one aspect of what the department is doing. Also, we were happy to partner with the core organization and the LA Fire Department to actually have COVID testing at Recreation Park. We had one today, and there was approximately 170 people tested. They're going to be there back tomorrow to do some testing again. And it looks like if the sponsors, CORE and Los Angeles Fire Department, are happy with the site, they will do this on an ongoing basis. We don't know exactly how often, but they were very, they liked the site a lot. There was plenty of room for them to set up the testing, and they really were happy that it had all the amenities that they needed to do the testing there. Let's see here. And then also there is a possibility that the city will be involved with the rent relief program that the LA County announced. So we're looking at possibly also developing a application process for that. And then I'm not sure if our department will actually handle that, most likely not, but we'll probably assist in some form or another. So those are the actual activities that we're doing with all COVID related activity.
Okay. Great. Okay. Questions, comments? Vice Chair Ponce?
Yeah, the only question that I had, Julian, the testing that they're doing that at Rec Park. Is that what you said?
That's correct, yes.
So how are they getting, are they signing up? Are they signing up through the County of Los Angeles? Are they signing up through the City of San Fernando? How are they getting
Sure.
how are they getting the test dates?
Right, yeah, this program kind of like snuck up on us. It was with a partnership with the Titanian Band of Mission Indians and CORE. And what it is that, yes, there is an application process that is on social media and on our city website where they link to a registration. They could pre-register to come in, but you could also do walk-ups. You could go to the walk-up on that day, and you fill out a form, and if you want to pre-register, you can by going to the city's website. It's on social media. They click on the link to register, and then that's all it takes.
Okay, and the other question that I had on the food bank is that you said that there's going to be an application or where folks are going to be able to, because I know some families that I think are going to need some help.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is I think they're going to need help with food and rent.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get some more information from you later, Julian, on that, because I want to help them out and see what I can do. Maybe either fill out the applications for them or whatever I have to do to help them out.
The application will be up on the city's website shortly. Like I said, it's being finalized by the county to indicate that it's basically just a self financial statement saying what you make, and then you just mark 2 boxes, you sign it, and you send it in. Basically, it's real. Right. It's not a real long, complicated application. And then once we have it, we'll compile all the families, and then this program is going to be about, I want to say maybe 3 to 4 times that we're going to do this. The first session, we'll see how many applications we get, and then a month or more, we'll do another one, and so forth until the money runs out.
Yeah, because I had heard about this at work, that they were doing this, the county was doing it, because they're not just doing it here in San Fernando, they're doing it to various cities in the county, within the county of Los Angeles. So I know they came across the money, and I don't know how much they're going to allocate to each city, but it's, like I say, it's a good thing that they're doing that. I'm glad they're doing that. But they're going to be very strict with the applications. I can tell you that right now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Real strict. So that's it. Thank you, sir.
Sure thing.
Commissioner Navarro?
I do not have any questions or comments. Thank you.
Commissioner Hayes?
Vice Chair Ponce asked them for me, so thank you very much.
Commissioner Richards, you're mute. You're on mute.
I have no questions. I gotta quit doing that. I thought I got myself off mute. I have no questions. So now we're ready to go on to virtual programming. So tell us about that.
Well, we, like I said, the department is always looking for ways to keep our population engaged and our department busy. And we are actually planning a MAP virtual summer concert at the Mariachi program. Is right now actually, the kids are going to different sites, landmarks within the city, recording their music individually. And then our professors, our instructors will put all these individual videos together and make one concert. So they have several locations, several songs that they're going to perform. And we're excited about this program. It's going to be about the latter part of September when the concert is held. But we've been meeting and been talking about the different locations that they go and film. And so we're really excited about this program. Once we get a definite date, we will definitely talk about more and let you know about the concert. That is one particular program. Also, the department is planning virtual, just about everything. We're going to do looking into the virtual Dia de los Muertos activity, which will include the altar building families could build their own altars at home, film them and send them to us. Then also, or take pictures of them, and also a virtual 5K. And then also part of the film festival that the community theater is sponsoring or hosting will be featured at Dia de los Muertos event, letting people know about that. So that is another virtual program that we're doing and thinking of doing that. So but we're always looking at different type of activities to keep our families and residents engaged. Any questions?
Okay, questions. Councilmember Navarro, Commissioner Navarro, I just promoted you.
Just became a council member.
Thank you. My only comment is for the altars, is there like if a family decides to build an altar, is there an option to let people know, like give them the map of the city and let them know where the altars are, so they could possibly just go around and drive and see it?
Yes, that definitely.
And that way the families can keep it up for a certain amount of time, because I know that we do it at my mom's house and we keep it up for like about a week.
I like that idea. We could definitely include that into it.
Thank you.
Commissioner Hayes?
Yeah, my only question is, with regard to the Dia de los Muertos celebration beyond the film festival, the 5K and whatnot, is there a committee that is putting all that together? Is that something that simply the Parks Department is just running? When might information go out for registration? That kind of update.
In the past, we have had a cultural or Dia de los Muertos committee that met and talked about the Dia de los Muertos altar building portion of the event. It was headed by, well, part of it was Raul Herrera, Tia Chuchas, and other groups, cultural groups that would get together and talk about the Dia de los Muertos festivities. The 5K portion, the city handled that. Staff contracted out or did a lot of the logistics for the run. This time, since it's going to be virtual, most likely the city staff is going to handle all the logistics of just letting people know. So that's going to go out. The information about the events are going to go out similar to when the film festival comes out. That information go out. So we're putting together flyers, or putting against the information that people may need about the altars, about registering for the virtual 5K. We're still looking at the logistics of the virtual 5K. There's various websites that we know of that we've been looking at and see what would be the best platform for us to do that.
Okay, so there's already a group that's doing that.
Right.
We don't need to form something. It's already there.
No. Yeah, the city staff is actually the ones that are putting this stuff together.
Wonderful, great, thank you.
Okay, Vice Chair Ponce?
No questions, no comments. Thank you.
And I have no questions either. Las Palmas Park renovations.
Okay, this project is getting
I'm sorry?
closer.
Madam Chair, if I may, I just wanted to mention, I think we may have skipped an item.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Lane Park Revitalization Project.
Where
Well,
is
actually,
that?
do both of them. Okay, the Lane Park Renovation Project, the status on that is that we are right now in the design phase. We have a company who is looking at all the amenities that we want to build on the park, and it is named the Wyndham Landscape architectural services company is looking at what how the specifications of the soccer field, the restrooms, the basketball, and so on. And then once we get that package back from them, then we'll know exactly what it's going to cost us, and then we go out to bid for the actual contractor to build it. So right now it's in the design phase. Any questions regarding that particular project?
Yeah, thank you. I think I have an like an older version of the agenda because it's not on my agenda, but thank you so much.
About that.
Okay. Vice Commissioner,
Move on.
Vice Chair. Yeah, do we have any questions about Lane Park? Would we like to do it by raise of hands?
No questions. I'm good.
Okay. Everybody's good. Okay, I just have one comment, which is that the Lane family is still, the son is still around. There are two sons and a daughter, and the son is still around, and I'm sure that he would like to know, when we're ready to do the ribbon cutting or whatever for the new renovated park. I'm sure that he would like to know about it. So.
That's great. Yeah, definitely. Please forward his information to us.
Yeah.
We will definitely. We're actually gonna probably have a great groundbreaking ceremony.
Okay.
Prior to the actual build, so then we could invite them to that. Then also in the dedication, the rededication.
Beautiful.
Well, let us know what that is.
Yes, I will. Mr. Lane, yeah, his father was a member of our church till he passed away, so that's how I know the family.
Okay.
So thank you for that. Okay, now Las Palmas Park renovation.
So the Las Palmas Park is just 2 days away from start. We're going to start with the actual running power to operate the automatic door openers. That's the first thing that's going to happen. It's going to happen this Thursday. The contractor will go out and run the lines. Then starting on August 19th, the major renovation will start. The banquet room, the kitchen, the lobby will all start. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take about maybe 50 days or so. We anticipate that October 29th would be the completion date of the project. So we're really excited. We're finally ready to start that project and go for there. So we're excited about the new project. Entertain any questions?
Questions? No, I have no questions. Everybody's good. Okay, Youth Reinvestment Grant Program.
Okay, so the Youth Reinvestment Grant Program, as you know, we partner with the Tatavian Band Mission Engine, excuse me, and their nonprofit group called the Pacu Culture Community Services. They started a program called the TUSYNC Youth Empowerment Program, and that's the program that runs out of Las Palmas before everything shut down. Right now, they're still operating all virtually, and they're going to have a culmination ceremony on this Saturday on August the 15th from 1 to 3 p.m. It's going to be virtual, and it's basically celebrating the youth who went through the program, recognizing their commitment and their participation in the program. So this particular grant lasts 3 years, and so this is the second culmination ceremony, and they in the future their programs are going to last a little longer than 3 months. I think they're trying to shoot to 6 months, so that way they can build more activities, more programs. The city, the department, the Recreation and Community Service Department is actively involved with this program. We support them in any way we can. And also we're talking about other programs that we could do in the future that will involve other parks like Rudy Ortega Park, the Pacoima Wash, or anything like that, that we could bring youth into the community and see what kind of services they could provide to the parks as part of the Youth Empowerment Program. So it is starting. It's, very, little baby steps with the program, but it has a lot of potential to provide youth with the cultural identity that they need, empowerment, making decisions for the community and helping out and being part, other than just going out and hanging out in the mall or something. But it looks something that we're looking for this program. It's really exciting. Any questions regarding this program?
I have a comment. Is there any way that maybe we could promote the community theater with them, and maybe that'll get the youth involved? And then possibly if we get the community gardens, maybe even, I don't know if they're gonna have to pay for lots or rent for lots, but maybe give them one so they get to cultivate and they get to grow things. And I don't know, I get excited to grow my garden, so maybe they'll get excited.
Yes. Yes, definitely. I did the new project operator director. I forget her title. I'm sorry. Her name is Robin Gomez, and we've been talking about the community theater. She wasn't able to come to the last meeting, but she definitely wants to get involved with that. And also, she's also part of the Tia Chuchas activity and program. And I did mention to her, and she's looking forward to our next meeting. So I am going to invite her, but definitely let them know if we're able to, we do get a community garden in town, then they could be part of that as well.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Everybody's good. Great. Okay. Staff communication.
And I don't have anything. Linda, do you have anything you would like to mention?
Not today. I don't have anything. Thank you.
Okay, commissioner comments. Let's begin with Vice Chair Ponce.
Just trying to get myself unmuted here. No questions. I do like the some of the stuff that we talked about in regards to the properties right there on San Fernando Road, and that I would like to see that happen. I'd just like to be, I would like to see stuff start building up in that section of the city. Other than that, I'm looking forward to the renovation over at Los Alamos Park. Really looking forward to that. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Commissioner Hayes.
I just want, I encourage anyone watching this meeting or anyone involved in this meeting to reach out to friends, family, and what have you, if they're interested in being a part of the community theater program and community theater project, to keep an eye out for that when that next meeting happens. That's all, just sort of to spread the word. I'm excited for the projects coming up. I'm excited that the commission is involved in so many great things right now. I know I said this before, but while COVID and our stay-at-home restrictions and whatnot are very, very frustrating at times, hopefully we are all staying healthy. But at the same time, this gives us an opportunity to really take a moment, take our time, do things right. And I'm excited for what the commission and what the Parks Department is putting together. So thank you, Julian, for all of your hard work. Thank you again, Linda, for all of your hard work in organizing all of us. So that's no small feat. So thank you very much.
Commissioner Navarro.
Jason's a tough act to follow, but thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. Linda, I hope you get an awesome office, by the way.
Oh, I don't think that's
Upgraded
part of the project.
Sorry.
Oh, shoot.
No, but thank you. I'm also very excited about everything that's going to happen in the next couple of months. Thank you for all your hard work.
Yeah, I just add my thanks to everyone else's, and I have no other comments. So thank you. So I will entertain a motion. Oh, the next meeting is September 8th. That's our announcement. And adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
A second.
Second.
All in favor? Raise your hand. Unanimous? Okay, thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
All right,
done.
everyone. Thank you very
Good
much.
Thank
night.
you.
Right, thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.